Have you ever felt stuck, repeating the same cycles no matter how hard you try to break free? Like some unseen force keeps nudging you back to square one, even as you try to move forward? The truth is, the reality you experience may be less about what's out there and more about what's happening within you. This isn't just motivational jargon. Quantum physics and ancient spiritual wisdom both hint at a profound secret: that your attention, perception, and even acceptance have the power to shape reality itself. Welcome to a journey where science and spirituality merge, showing us that reality might be far more flexible and responsive than we've been led to believe. Whether you're trying to manifest abundance, attract peace, or create harmony, understanding the interplay of consciousness and reality could be the breakthrough you've been waiting for. One of the most foundational truths taught across spiritual philosophies is that our outer experiences are a reflection of our inner states. What we carry in our hearts and minds often becomes the filter through which we see the world. Imagine the mind as a projector. If we focus on negativity, struggles, and limitations, that's what we'll see reflected back at us. When we focus on growth, joy, and abundance, our experience begins to mirror these qualities, unfolding in surprising ways. But here's the kicker. In today's world, distractions and demands constantly hijack our focus. Fear, social pressures, and even our own habits often keep us cycling through the same patterns of frustration. If we aren't vigilant about where our mind wanders, our reality will continue to look more like a reaction to the world around us than a response to our deepest desires. The good news? By reclaiming control over our focus, we open the door to becoming intentional creators of our own reality. For centuries, we've been taught to think of reality as something fixed and unchanging, like a well-organized stage set where events unfold according to unbreakable rules. But early 20th century physicists like Niels Bohr and Werner Heisenberg stumbled upon something unexpected. In the bizarre world of quantum mechanics, subatomic particles, think of them as the building blocks of everything, don't act predictably. In fact, they exist in multiple states at once, a phenomenon called superposition. According to the Copenhagen Interpretation, which Bohr and Heisenberg developed, particles are simultaneously everywhere and nowhere until they are observed. When an observer looks at or measures these particles, all those possible states collapse into a single reality. This is called the collapse of the wave function, and it suggests that observing or perceiving something is what turns potentiality into reality. At the deepest level, our consciousness may have a say in how reality takes form. Imagine that our attention is like a switch that decides which version of reality to experience. By focusing, we may be collapsing a world of possibilities into one concrete experience. Though it sounds almost mystical, quantum physics hints at a profound possibility: that our consciousness plays a crucial role in what is and what isn't in the world we experience. In 1957, physicist Hugh Everett offered a different explanation with his many worlds interpretation, which takes things to an even wilder level. Instead of the act of observation collapsing possibilities into a single outcome, Everett proposed that every possible outcome of a quantum event occurs but in separate parallel universes. Think of it this way: each time you make a decision, reality splits, creating a new version of the universe where every possible choice is followed. In this scenario, you're both the successful entrepreneur and the passionate artist, living each outcome in a different universe. In this model, the observer doesn't collapse the possibilities into one reality. Instead, each possibility exists somewhere. This version of reality paints a cosmos filled with endless possibilities, a multiverse of worlds. And though we might not have access to these parallel realities, knowing that they may exist makes us rethink the limitations we perceive. We aren't simply living one story in one world. We're part of a grand, interwoven tapestry of realities, with each moment branching off into infinite potential. Quantum theories might be complex, but they mirror an ancient truth that has been taught for millennia. Where your attention goes, energy flows. The principle suggests that focused attention isn't just passive, it's a powerful, active force. Our attention acts like a magnetic field, shaping what we attract into our lives. When we direct our attention toward challenges or fears, we may end up amplifying them, creating a feedback loop where our worst fears come to life. However, if we shift our focus to possibilities, growth, or abundance, those energies may become more present in our lives. Attention becomes more than a simple habit of thought. It becomes a way of collapsing reality into experiences we desire. This isn't magic or wishful thinking. It's simply a recognition of how attention shapes perception and, subsequently, our lived experiences. Just as an observer's measurement locks in a particle's position in the quantum realm, our attention has the power to lock in the energies we experience in our day-to-day lives. Not all attention is created equal. Attention can be either polar or non-polar, which determines how it influences our reality. Polar attention is emotionally charged, positive or negative, and it either attracts or repels events. When we're positively charged with joy, excitement, or optimism, we naturally draw in similar experiences. On the flip side, when we're steeped in fear, anxiety, or worry, our focus has a way of inviting unwanted circumstances. Non-polar attention, by contrast, is neutral. It observes without attaching judgment or emotion. When we use non-polar attention, we're able to witness events and experiences without letting our biases or fears distort them. Non-polar attention is the cornerstone of mindfulness and meditation practices, allowing us to observe life's natural ebb and flow without being thrown off balance. It's as if this neutral form of attention makes us an anchor amid the chaos, letting us stay grounded while life unfolds. When applied consistently, non-polar attention brings a sense of inner peace, reducing the emotional highs and lows that we so often get caught up in. Instead of letting our attention spin us around with every emotional trigger, we become calm observers, enabling us to experience reality without unnecessary attachment. In Taoist and Zen Buddhist philosophies, the idea of wu wei, or effortless action, teaches that resisting the natural flow of life only brings suffering. The philosopher Alan Watts emphasized that when we resist reality, we create tension and self-imposed suffering. This doesn't mean passively accepting everything without action. It means recognizing what we can't change and working harmoniously with life as it unfolds. The practice of acceptance doesn't make us powerless. It empowers us by freeing us from the cycle of resistance and judgment. When we practice non-resistance, we allow ourselves to flow with reality instead of fighting against it, saving our energy for what truly matters. When we combine acceptance with intentional focus, we have a potent formula for transforming our lives. Instead of amplifying fears or frustrations, we anchor ourselves in acceptance, where peace and resilience can grow. When we look at quantum theories, like the Copenhagen and many worlds interpretations, alongside the concept of focused attention, a pattern emerges. In both science and spirituality, there is a suggestion that consciousness actively shapes reality. Quantum mechanics shows us that the act of observing influences outcomes on a subatomic level. Similarly, spiritual traditions teach us that where we direct our attention shapes the energy we invite into our lives. In the Copenhagen Interpretation, we see consciousness playing a direct role in collapsing reality. In the many worlds view, our choices lead to different versions of reality, all of which play out somewhere in the multiverse. When we put these theories alongside the principle of attention, it's almost as if our consciousness holds the keys to choosing which branch of reality we experience. By focusing our attention, we effectively decide which version of events unfolds in our lives. If attention has the power to shape reality, how can we start using it intentionally? Start by paying attention to what you focus on daily. Are you cultivating fear and stress, or are you focusing on possibility and gratitude? When you catch yourself falling into negative thinking, take a step back and use non-polar attention to observe your thoughts without judgment. This awareness is the foundation for change. Mindfulness practices, such as meditation, help us cultivate non-polar attention by training us to observe thoughts without becoming attached. This quiet observation strengthens our capacity to witness rather than react, allowing life to unfold without unnecessary resistance. With practice, you'll notice how much easier it is to redirect your focus toward what you want to create. The beauty of this approach is in finding balance. While focused attention can help us influence our experiences, acceptance allows us to adapt when things don't go as planned. Together, control and acceptance create a harmonious life. Control gives us the power to shape outcomes. Acceptance gives us peace when reality veers from our expectations. When we let go of resistance and fully embrace life's natural ebb and flow, we free ourselves from cycles of frustration and suffering. In moments of struggle, acceptance lets us relax into the experience, transforming tension into peace. When combined with focused attention, we unlock the potential to create a reality filled with joy, resilience, and fulfillment. Quantum physics and ancient wisdom both suggest that our lives are not simply set in stone. Our reality is more of a canvas, responding to the brushstrokes of our attention, acceptance, and awareness. Today, take a step back and consider where your focus goes and what energies you're inviting into your world. By aligning your attention with what you truly want to create, you can begin to collapse potential into reality, transforming possibility into the life you desire. The true power lies within your focus, your perception, and your acceptance. Harness it and watch as the universe aligns to match your inner vision. Your reality is yours to shape.